My friends, I wanted to do a quick video on this one. This is a nuclear bomb that the military was testing. It was in 1952, I believe, right? And so what I want to show you, this is a nuclear test they did in the Marshall Islands. And what's interesting about this one is that they took one of his creations of land, and literally blew it up. A nice little island. Wasn't this nice? You know, they always talk about weapons of mass destruction. Well, let's take weapons of mass human destruction, because ultimately that's what those bombs do. Not only human destruction, destruction of God's creations. And even in this, I'm sure it left radiation, last impact on God's creatures, the fish there. That's not talking about the fish, the radiation that spread out around that area, and the damage to. Oh, but we don't care. It's it's about killing, Kirk. Don't you understand? About defense. Let's not go down that, right? But so anyway, let's just not go there. I'm not going to talk about that. I want to show you in the spiritual stuff what this represents. Okay, so look at this. It's always in maps. It's really interesting with these hot spot areas where you're trying to look up things that occurred. It's always like these pieces of the map that put together. Maybe they're hiding some truth about that. I'm seriously. You go other places around the world and you come up in here on these maps, and it looks like somebody, did some artwork and painted over it, or did some digital fixing to make sure it. See how it's all blotchy? Look at this, it's all like, look at this. It's all out of whack. See, look at this. Let me show you. You got this weird. If that's a satellite photo, then why does it look all funky? That's how you patch a satellite photo. Look at this. That's the first thing that bothers me, is you got all this patching work done. So you're trying to hide something from us. That's sometimes. Look at this. Okay, that could be a box actually. But it's always in these areas where you're trying to get all this really weird boxing and patching. Really? Well, let's stay focused on this one. It's really crazy. And then right where this was called I'll go time for you. This was the hot spot where that nuclear bomb went off, right? Leaves this crater indentation. This, and this. This. Okay. And then you got this line here because you can't see what's going on. So I tried to zoom in here to see if we could see any residue of anything, going on here, spiritually, or something I could see. But can't see much in here. But my goodness. Boy, that's permanent damage to God's creation. Boom. That bomb is how distasteful, how disappointing. Look how, it could have been, the island could have been, it was a nice island, could have used that island for beautiful things. It's just a piece of island that nobody cares about. Well, just because you decided nobody cared about it. I cared about it. I think God cared about it. He wouldn't have put it there if he didn't. And what about the creatures that you killed? The fish? What if there was a rare species of fish? Did you investigate that? Maybe there's the only known crab somewhere. No, they didn't take time. Boom. So there are pieces of property in this world, and the sand dunes even, that they found that they're the only things that exist in Colorado. The national sand dunes that don't exist anywhere else. But it don't matter. Nah, it don't matter. Right? So anyway, so look at these other little islands, small. Look at this. Heck, I'd live on it. Get away from this naughty world. Not kidding. I'd live on that little island. I'd live on Boogaloo. You know what I mean? Hey, you brothers and sisters, you could all take your own little island. We could live there in peace, and you could boat over to me. I could enjoy that. And nope, boom. No longer this island. So I'm going to show you on the details in this through the readings I pulled up on this. Yeah, so this is described this. You can look this up. It's called the Mike shot, the Mike fireball. And I'm going to show you some of these fireballs. So I'm going to show you the before and after image first. a side-by-side comparison of what this island used to be. So here it is. This is what it was. This island right here. It's called, what's it called? Elugalab? Elugalab? Well, pronunciation is terrible. Okay, so there it is. I suppose there. See, it's here. And then the after is right here, the big crater. See how it has the arrows? Wow. Right in here. Okay, so zoom back out. There is your before and after. Buereg is kind of interesting because I'm not trying to say, always try to associate to my name, but I find it a little awkward that my name is in there. Kirk. And so, Booga Kirk. Or Boga Kirk. You kidding me? Bogan, Booger, Kirk. Well, I'm not gonna go there. Oh, we got a thing on Facebook. I don't pay attention to Facebook anymore. Well, I actually talked to Brett Baltazar through the Facebook that is positive. That's nothing. Okay, so the follow-up map. Look at the follow-up map. Yeah, look at that. Radiation. Oh, look how far it spreads out beyond ground zero. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah, even in the sky, people probably breathe that thing down windows. Think of that little radiation particle in the air. So that person that got that little weird, mysterious cancer in the lungs probably wondered where it came from. Yeah, right. Well, it's from ground zero, because it doesn't matter. That stuff shot straight in the sky. So this, this is a map that shows, was it longitude, latitude, the thing? Did they actually measure up into the atmosphere? Probably not. They wouldn't want you to know that, would they? That every one of us is breathing. Probably today it could have been a particle still floating around. Right? Didn't think about that one, did they? Oh, they did. So, they even the people, these people said they got way back here, maybe over here. Well, one little particle in your lungs trapped in there. Then you wonder why they developed a tumor. Okay. And so that's your damage to your thing. And the fish and all that, the radiation exposure outward. Okay. Ivy King, device in the King. Well, I don't know if that's a different one. Okay. So there's a side percent. Here's before a close up. See, is that a close up? Well, kind of. Yeah. There's your close up before. All right. Okay. There's the after. Okay, let's see the close up before. Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to get a bearing on that. It's off to the left a little bit. Right there. Nice little island. I bet. Never know. Didn't get a nice color photo, but black and white can tell it's the same. And the after. Big hole. Ground zero and has a little X in there, like a cross. Cross that one out. Kidding me? Cross it out. Anyway, I actually see like an apparition there. Right in here. It's kind of like a bunny or some kind of eyes. Bing, bing. Looking off there. Bing, bing, bing. Nose. Some kind of body. Anyway. Okay, that's what I want to show and talk about real quick. Is that, let me fasten this one. I'll always say that, like, oh, Kirk, keep going on. In these, I'm going to show you, when energy is released, you'll find out a lot of time that energy that's released, it's like fire, flame, that you'll literally see demons and apparitions. Not kidding you. I'm trying to see if this one, if you can see one. Not rough to hand, but I'll show you on ones that we will here. Because I gotta move fast, okay. Right in here, look at this scary looking thing. Oh, there's actually two. Look at this. I'm gonna bring it in here, I'm gonna show you. This is like some Frankenstein with teeth. This thing right here. See this? Get this weird bulging eye here, like teeth. And just sticking out. That's a demon. And then I think it's, see, look at this. You'll see stuff like this, my friends. See how this? Staring right at you. Pull back a little. Look at that face. That's just lovely, ain't it? Did they look at those, that smoke, or that mushroom cloud coming out of there? What kind of tell you it's a naughty thing visually, doesn't it? That you shouldn't be doing that right there. Isn't that crazy? So you got this head, teeth, eyes, some kind of head, right? And you'll see this even, I gotta be careful, because I want you to ban the, be careful that, the Twin Towers, at the Big Apple. When that thing, when the explosions came out of that tower, those two twins, you can see demons and apparitions come right out of there. Fire to hate, poof, demonic. See anything else in there? I can see, okay. Well, I think I see some other stuff in there, but anyway, let's move on to another photo of this stuff. Let's see, have anything in this one? Oh yeah, you got some weird stuff over here. Got somebody's face in here, 2 eyes, mouth. Then somebody looking back here with hair. Eyes there. See that? 1, 2. So, let's see. Oh, we're getting somebody's head turned this way. Side profile. Eye. Side profile. See that? Can't make this stuff up, my friends. It's obvious. Okay, I don't know about this. Let's see how quick. Too far away. Too shot. A little bit. Fine. Anything below? I don't know. Okay. Now I'm going to throw something out there when we're talking about this. We're talking about meteorites. I think this guy is right. I don't know the details, so you have to help me on this one because I'm not sure. There is a, you know, these big meteorite craters that we have here on Earth. The story was that, you know, some kind of meteorites fell from outer space. Wham! Slammed into the Earth. But what's interesting about that, because I thought about this myself, even logically, that I've been to one in Arizona, checked it out, and from a distance, right? That there is no like shrapnel from that meteor hitting, boom. They said it hits so much force. I don't know if they ever say vapor. I don't know. But you think if a meteor hit the dang Earth that fast and coming in as a projectile, that there's still been pieces of fragments shattered everywhere, right? And, just boom, right? This monster, there's some shrapnel of meteorites and stuff like this. So I was wondering, I was like, well, I don't know if all these meteors are true. Maybe there's some true ones that did hit from outer space, a rock or something. But all these big ones, I can't see that being true. And this guy told me tonight, he's down at Balboa Park, that some guys actually proved this. He spent the last 15 or 20 years going to all these different claimed meteorite sites. And he was a meteorologist. Well, he'd been trained in geography and meteorology stuff. And he said he could never find true fact of there ever being a meteorite from outer space smacking, and could not find any true residue or anything that even proved that the meteors were real. So this is what I thought, because I couldn't explain it, thinking. So he told me what it was. He goes, chunks of ice. I said, what? Large pieces of ice. He said it came from outer space. Boom. I'm like, well, how did the ice get there? And what did he say? Gosh darn, I should remember this. This is biblical. He said, what was that ice? Darn it. Now I forgot. I just got so much going through my head. He explained that God had, during some action, that water had been ejected from, and that water had formed in outer space that wasn't Noah's flood, is before that. Shoot, well, I'll have to try to figure out if you remember something. Geez. But it made sense to me that one of the cases was ice that came flying at high speed, smacked a hole into the earth, and just melted. Makes sense. Can't find a residue. We hear these stories about people finding not in these big sites, but finding meteorites out in the desert and make money at it. And he told me, he said, that's true, they do. But he said, those are probably came from Earth, because ejected from Earth. And then, and if they did make space, it came right back, right? So, and I do think we see meteor showers though, and so it is true that we do have pieces coming in. I've seen meteor showers, right? But those are little pieces, and they probably do make it, like dust fragments across the world. But this whole thing about these large ones, it's possible, but there's no residue, no real. And this guy told you, had a guy that said validated, spent 15, 20 years looking around. He said he could never prove it, right? So there again, it's a story that geologists and meteorologists have made up a story about. But there are meteorites, pieces and chunks that people find. So I said, well, what about some of these cases? He said, probably Earth ejecting. It's like the Black Canyon in Colorado. They claim that the geologist said the Black Canyon, you can look it up, the Black Canyon Montrose, that it's this big, long canyon that grew up near. And all the locals knew that there was something wrong. I type in real quick. They knew that it was, the locals said there is no way it was carved. They said it's carved over millions of years, Black Canyon. Oh my gosh, can't spell. Black Canyon. That's carved over millions of years through water erosion, this and that. So there he goes. No, Black Canyon. God, let's go all these other ones. Sorry, I didn't mean your name, Father. Terrible. Apologize. Sorry. Don't do that, folks. Sorry. Won't use your name. It was wrong. Images and see this? This place is amazing. Look how deep this is. They claim that it was carved out by a river of millions of years. Oh, you kidding me? That's a lot of carving, a lot of millions of years. You kidding me? Now, so if you go in that theory, this Black Canyon, there it is, where I grew up near, beautiful canyon, but I used to fish there. See how deep this thing is? So if you go by that, start out here and carved all the way down in here, then why isn't, because this stuff is actually black. It's called the Black Canyon. Where's the sand? Wouldn't it be piled up in the ocean? Because the Black Canyon, where is the sand? You can't find where the sand would have been from all the carving. It's not on the sides of the Black Canyon. It's not downstream from it. It's not out in the ocean. So you tell me where the sand's at. Because if you carved it, you got to put the sand somewhere, right? See, all that sand's got to go. See, look how much it carved. You're talking, this thing's like 800 feet deep or whatever. I can't remember how many miles it is. It's ridiculous, right? And I never saw the water trail. What's this? What? Oh, you kidding me? I understand probably Black Canyon. You what? Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, that's Nevada. So, I'm sorry, I don't remember a cave being in there. So, so that's enough of that. But you see, here's this. Look how much you would have carved out. Really, there'd be mountains of sand somewhere. So here's what I think would happen. Because I don't know. And God didn't give me all the details, and sorry. But, see this? I think what happened is, this is actually a crack, a fissure. Yeah. That the earth split open. And it's actually that's how it's created. Separation of the walls by God. Crack. Kind of like a huge earthquake. Separated it. That could be the only explanation I have. And I'm not a geologist. That's what makes sense to me. God came out and cracked that canyon open. And that would be my truth. So like I said, the locals know that. And there's actually some spiritual stuff in there. Apparitions. I'll have time to do on this one. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. So anyway, so there you go. Okay. Now, whether this is completely true or not, well, it matters, but it doesn't matter, because what matters is your God's real, right? That's the most important thing. So, we can argue and debate these things, go down the rabbit hole, but it is interesting how every time science always has a non-God, biblical, or even spiritual reason for these things occurring. There's no God. Don't go there. No, 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 can't do that one. So that's why thou shalt seek, thou shalt find the truth. All these things, right? God bless you.